Veterans Affairs has left me fight them in a lawless court system. I'm in litigation warfare. I'm watching a federal system allow things to happen to me and my family that should never be acceptable. I don't understand how any institution that's funded by the government can allow this level of harm and then sit behind legal departments and pretend it's not real. Last year I was removed from a treatment program called Psychosocial Rehabilitation and Recovery Center, PRRC, because a doctor filed a complaint that wasn't based on truth. It was an act of retaliation after I made a complaint. I was left behind. I was left without care. And the person who filed that report is still working, still protected, still fine. I'm in court now just to prove that I deserve life and a voice. Since being removed from Veterans Affairs healthcare, it has caused a cascade of harm and exposure to systems that would rather bury you than bring you back to life. There's a nonprofit out here receiving federal funds through a program called Supportive Services for Veterans Families. Their job is to help veterans stabilize, but instead they've been allowed to operate without real oversight. I was pulled from services I qualified for. I was gaslit. I was lied to. I was retaliated against, not just in housing, but in courtrooms and emails in places where no one ever checked the facts. In the system, it just hides behind its lawyers and tells me I'm overreacting, that I'm imagining it, my car is close to being repossessed, my storage is at risk, my rent is going up, my out-of-pocket medical costs are wrecking me, and I'm still expected to write legal filings just to survive. This wasn't supposed to be the role of nonprofits. This wasn't supposed to fall on private charities. This was supposed to be handled by the systems built to care for us. Our government sent us to war and steamrolled us when we asked for help. We served, we didn't ask for this, but now that we're asking for help, we're being shamed for needing it. We're being treated like the burden, like the drain, like the problem. And other veterans, they say things like you should have saved better or you should have had a backup plan. But that's not how trauma works. That's not how retaliation works. None of us had a roadmap for being cut off, ignored, or erased while trying to recover. I was brutally assaulted while active duty. I'm on heavy medication. I'm trying to stay upright. I'm writing motions while holding my head in one hand and typing with the other. I'm a caregiver and a plaintiff and a survivor, all at once. And it's too much. I am tired. I'm really tired. Right now, I have to go file another injunction to try and stop my car from being taken. I already had to follow up on another to keep my storage from being auctioned. And on top of that, I'm appealing in federal court, writing a real appellate brief while living through this. I asked for an extension. They said no. They told me to carry all of this anyway, because that's what people like me are expected to do, carry it all until it breaks us. We fight systems until we succumb to them. People love to say drive on like that means something. But let me ask you something. What if the bonus army had driven on? What if the World War I veterans who camped outside the Capitol in 1932 just went home quietly? They didn't. They stood their ground and were met with tear gas, with horses, with violence. Some of them died, and eventually that protest helped build the modern benefit system. But now that system is being used to erase people all over again. This isn't just about me. This is about a pattern. It's happening to people who qualify for housing but get blocked by local policies. It's happening to people who ask for support and get retaliated against by service providers who were supposed to help them. It's happening to people who speak up and get called unstable, ungrateful, or worse. In Los Angeles, a group of disabled veterans sued after being shut out of housing that was built on land donated specifically for them. That land was handed to private schools and oil companies while veterans slept in tents outside the gates. They sued under the Rehabilitation Act, and they won. The judge ruled that what happened was unlawful. He ordered real changes, housing, deadlines, accountability. Of course, the government appealed, because every time a veteran wins something real, the system pushes back. But the ruling still stands, and it proves this is not isolated. If that's what it took to get a win on federal land, imagine what's happening to the rest of us. I'm not the only one, I'm just writing it down. This is a system-wide operation of delay, denial, retaliation, and quiet erasure. It's packaged in acronyms, it's buried in policies.